Has more on that part of our story. Dallas.
Cindy David, the Children's Advocacy Center Director, says children under the age of 5 are most at risk to be harmed physically and sexually. She says, unfortunately, it's not uncommon. Children's Advocacy Center of Hamilton County served more than 1,200 children in 2024, and nearly half were children under the age of 5. Physical abuse, sexual abuse, and drug endangerment are more common types of reported abuse for the group. Executive Director Kristen Pavlik McCauley says the reason for that is because that age group is most vulnerable.
When you're talking about a child under the age of 5 who might not be verbal at all, the only signs we may have are physical signs from things like shaken baby syndrome, or if somebody grabbed a child and there was like a bruise left, because they can't articulate what's happened to them. That's why they are so vulnerable. And physically, they're delicate.
McCauley says 90% of the time a child is being abused by someone they know. It's good for parents to know their child and able to identify when something is off.
It's often in behavior, because kids also, depending on their developmental age, they don't process things the same way we do as adults. They're not going to say, I'm upset because this thing is happening in the place that I go every day with people I trust. They're not going to talk like that. They're going to act out. They're going to have hard times with transition. They're going to be withdrawn. They might complain about tummy aches and headaches and anxiety, right? Because that's how they know to say what's wrong with them.
McCauley explains that it's also good for parents who consistently ask questions if a child is able to speak or of speaking age.
So even like saying something like a feelings check-in, like how are you feeling today, and asking follow-up questions as an adult, and just making that a regular part of conversations with your kids to just make that a normal thing.
McCauley suggests some questions you can ask when signing your child up for child care.
How often is your staff trained, or what kind of background checks do you do on your staff, or what are the policies that you have in place about how many adults have to be with how many kids?
Now, McCauley wants to remind people that everyone is a mandated reporter, so if you see a child being abused, you can report it to law enforcement or the Department of Children's Services. Cindy?